What's up everyone, this is LeetCode 9, palindrome number, given an integer x, return true if x is a palindrome and false otherwise. And of course palindrome is an integer, or an integer is a palindrome when it reads the same forward and backwards, right? So 1, 2, 1, and then backwards 1, 2, 1. Now, we can convert this integer to a string and just do like a two-pointer approach, or just convert to a string and reverse it using the reverse function in Python, but it asks us if we can solve it without converting the integer to a string. So yeah, we're gonna have to do that. So the way to kind of handle this is we're going to have this integer x, okay? Now we're going to take this integer x and we're gonna mod it by 10. We're gonna get this last digit, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're just going to reverse this entire digit and then at the end compare the reverse digit to x, okay? So what we're going to do for this integer x is we're going to start building this number backwards, okay? So we're going to mod x by 10, we're going to get 1, okay? And then we're going to shorten x to 2, right? Then we're going to mod by 10, we're going to get 2, right? And then mod by 10, get 1. Okay, we're going to build it backwards like that. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this, okay? So we need to compare the reverse number to x, but we can't keep shortening x, right? Because we need x to actually be this entire number, right? Because we need to compare x to the reverse number, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable called dummy x, and this is the number that we can shorten, right? And when we're at 0, then we're finished reversing the number and we can compare if these are equal, okay? So the way we're going to do this, right, reverse number is going to be 0 initially, okay? Now we're going to have this dummy x, which is initially the same as x, okay? Now we're going to mod this by 10 and we're going to get 1, right? So we're going to take reverse number, multiply this by 10, which is 0, plus whatever this last digit is, which is 1, okay? So reverse number is going to be 1, okay? And this is, we're going to remove this digit, right? We remove this digit by just taking dummy x and dividing by 10, okay? Now let's do it again. We're going to take reverse num, we're going to multiply this by 10 and add that result to the mod of 10 of dummy x, okay? Which is going to be 5. So that would be 1 times 10, which is 10, plus 5, which is what? 15, okay? Seems good so far, right? 1, 5, it's 15. Okay, now let's do the same thing. We're going to take this reverse num, multiply it by 10, and add whatever dummy x mod 10 is, which is 4. Okay, so that would be 15 times 10, 150, plus 4, 154. That seems right, right? Because 154, okay? Now 154, we're going to times that by 10, plus dummy mod 10, which is 5. Okay. And so that's 115, that's 1,540, and plus 5, 1,545. Okay, right, 1545, all good. Okay, now dummy x is it's almost gone, right? We have one more digit to take care of. So we're going to do reverse num times 10 plus dummy x mod 10, which is just 1. Okay, so this is going to be 15,451, right? Because we had the 1. 451. Okay. Now dummy x is 0 at this point, right? So we're gonna take this reverse num and we're gonna compare. Sorry, this right here is wrong. We don't want to compare dummy x. We want to at the end we want to compare x, not dummy x. Dummy x is we just use it for calculating reverse num, right? And when dummy x is 0, we exit. We basically break our loop in our algorithm, and we compare x to the reverse num, okay? Okay. So 1,541. Oops, I accidentally backed up. I did Control Z and it reversed what I wrote. Okay, so x is equal to reverse num. So 1,541, 1,541. Are these the same? Yep. So this is a palindrome, right? Because it reads the same forwards as it does backwards. Okay, for some particular number, for some particular number x. So this would be a palindrome, right? Because this returns true, right? So now let's do this in code. So the way we would write this in code is, remember what I said? We want to create a variable called dummy x, okay? And before we do that, by the way, let's handle negative numbers, right? If x is less than 0, we're just going to return false. It can't be a palindrome, right? Because this negative symbol here, it will never have that symbol at the end of a particular integer, right? That wouldn't make sense. So negative numbers will never read the same forwards as they do backwards, okay? So if x is less than 0, just return false. Now let's do this. Okay, we created dummy x. Now we're going to have to create a variable called reversed number. Set that to 0 initially. Now we're going to say while dummy x, okay? Remember what we were doing? We were doing reversed number times 10, and we're going to add that to what? We're going to add that to dummy x mod 10, okay? And we want to store that in reversed number, okay? And let's not forget, we want to shorten dummy x, okay? So we're going to do dummy x is equal to dummy x divided by 10, okay? Now, assuming these numbers are equal, we're going to say return whether x is equal to reversed number, okay? Right? We're just building backwards, right? And we're shortening dummy x, right? When dummy x doesn't exist anymore, when it's 0, compare reverse number to x, okay? So yeah, there's quite a few ways to approach this problem, but I personally found this solution the easiest. So and I don't remember if I submitted, so I'm gonna submit now. Okay, it's all good. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.